Good morning from the city of Cienfuegos, Cuba. It's about 7:30 on Thursday, May 19th, 2016. I'm standing on the wharf directly adjacent to the Adonia cruise ship, which docked here in Cienfuegos earlier this morning. It's the second time the cruise ship has docked in the city since it started sailing between Miami and Cuba earlier this month. And there's a growing number of people standing on the wharf just to take in the spectacle of the cruise ship that's docked here in their city. You can see it for blocks and blocks away, and actually that's how I found out it was here. I was walking around earlier and literally saw the white specter of a cruise ship docked in the distance, so that's how I found out it was here. So at any rate, I'm here in Cienfuegos. I had a chance to meet with one of my very good contacts here in Cuba yesterday at his house. I spent a couple of hours there with him and his colleagues. Drove from Havana to Cienfuegos earlier in the day. I had a meeting at the U.S. Embassy. Last time I was here, it was the U.S. intersection, so that certainly has changed in the last year. And earlier in the day, I drove from the city of Matanzas, where I was there covering the events around the International Day Against Homophobia and Transphobia that Mariela Castro's group, the National Center for Sexual Education, organized. So it's been quite a whirlwind trip across Cuba over the last couple of days, but it's just truly wonderful to be back here again to not only reconnect with really good sources and friends that I have here on the island, but to see how things have changed over the last year, especially now that the diplomatic relations are officially restored between the U.S. and Cuba. So very interesting time to be here, and just again very fortunate to have the opportunity to come back here again. So quisiera decir otra vez muchísimas gracias por leer mis artículos desde aquí en Cuba, y mañana regresaré esta tarde, perdón, me regresaré a la ciudad de La Habana, and tomorrow is my last day here in Cuba, so it's gone by really quick. Have some meetings scheduled with some activists and some other folks who are promoting LGBT specific issues here on the island. I have to be at the airport in Havana at 5:30 in the morning on Saturday, so that should be a very interesting thing if I decide to go out the night before, which I probably will, since we are here in Cuba and that's what one does. So at any rate, I have to be at the airport at 5:30 in the morning for my 8:30 flight to Miami. It's a 45-minute flight, and I will be back in the United States. So otra vez, gracias por leer mis artículos desde aquí en Cuba, y nos hablaremos cuando regresaré a la ciudad de La Habana.